Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Roulette Rivals 8 matchup. This time we got a PC loser bracket round 5 match between zRune and Frivolous. It will be a first to 6 points matchup, so we will see at least 3 maps here between both players. And yeah, I'm excited for this game. We're getting deeper and deeper into the tournament. The matchups are gonna get crazier and crazier here. We have zRune, returning rival here, has done very well in previous tournament, Roulette Rivals 7. His map pick will be Mumbai, and we will start there. And then we have Frivolous, a rookie, who has been very impressive thus far in this tournament. It's been great to see him play. And he has chosen Haven Island, so two of the bigger maps here, as the first 2 maps. I won't spoil the rest of the RNG maps just yet, but if you're really curious, you can just look at the matchup channel here. And yeah, I'm excited for this. This should be a good one. If we look at the lifetime performances here of both players, we see a 100% win rate for both players actually. zRune has played Mumbai twice, won both times. And Frivolous has played it already in this tournament and won it as well. So that should be pretty good. Both players do seem to be live here. And we will have the spin up in just a few seconds. So there we go. So for the Maelstrom, silenced SMG as the Queen's bodyguard. For Vanya Shah, injected poison as the Bollywood crew. And for the wood rungun, we got the Barbarazer as the laundry worker. So 1 life kill here for Vanya. No life kill for the Maelstrom. So I'm expecting to see an early isolation of the Maelstrom here from both players. Skybridge start. And yeah, both players still looking at the loadout here. Frivolous is already starting in. And he does knock out the Barber here to retrieve the Barbarazer. So that's very quick. And now the question is, will he still be fast enough to catch the Maelstrom in this little alley here? And as expected, we see the same start from zRune. Has a Calmer in his inventory and a Snail, by the looks of it.
47. Our intel suggests the males.
We got the in-game audio up on of zRune on the left side. Yeah, it did look like Frivolous missed the Maelstrom there, which is not the end of the world, of course. zRune doesn't bother with retrieving the Barbarazer already, just knocks out the Maelstrom here and changes into the Holy Man. And we see Frivolous opting towards to go towards Rangan Tower here. He might already go for obtaining the Bollywood crew disguise by the looks of it. Getting ready for the standard brick lore, I would say. And it is a live kill on Vanya, so you definitely need to have that disguise ready. And yeah, zRune in the meantime did the same thing as Frivolous, knocked out the Barber to retrieve the Barbarazer there. There are multiple Barbarazers on the map, but that's a very good choice of both players, of course. And we do see a restart from Frivolous there. I was just looking at zRune's screen, so I'm not entirely sure what happened, if he got caught trespassing or got just spotted in general. I'm not entirely sure, but we do see a restart. And he is gonna ignore the Barbarazer for now. He's gonna prioritize isolating the Maelstrom, which does make the most sense.
Where did you leave the costume for Dawood Rangan?
And yeah, we have zRune at the laundry area right here. Another restart for Frivolous in the meantime. Turns on the generator for a quick knockout and isolation of this laundry worker here. Is gonna take this disguise. A lot of setup for both players. actually opts to use a calmer shot here on this laundry worker. And still decides to box him as well. So that might be a little waste of a calmer dart, but it's not really that essential for this spin, I would say. So yeah, zRune got the disguise. He has the Barber Razor as well. Still needs the Bollywood Crew disguise, however, before he wants to initiate the Brick Lure, I would imagine. And yeah, another restart for Frivolous. Let's see if he can get a successful isolation here of the Maelstrom. Maelstrom did hear him knock out the Holy Man, but that shouldn't be any problem as long as no one else heard him scream. And he does seem to be all fine. He's gonna box up the Holy Man. Not opting to take his disguise there. So he's comfortable in... oh, he changes into this guard disguise there. I didn't even know that was there. That's interesting. And then does change back into the Holy Man disguise. I do hope that he's not changing up those disguises, however. Because there is a difference between the Queen's Bodyguard and the Queen's Guard. But yeah, in the meantime, zRune knocking out the food vendor here, the taxi driver. Gets him out of the way. So he's already doing a bit of setup here. And now he's actually... looks like he's gonna infiltrate the Rangan Tower as well. While still being in his laundry worker disguise. So I'm guessing he's not gonna opt for the Bollywood Crew and tries to get the wood kill there instead. Nope. It changes his mind, turns around. And meanwhile, Frivolous is back at the ground level of the Rangan Tower. He's gonna try to get his Bollywood Crew disguise right here. Does decide to calmer that female NPC right there. Doesn't have any trouble to knock the NPC out that he wants to take the disguise off. So just uses the elevator shaft here to go around him, and we see a manual subdue. Now we do see red guns from Frivolous, but it is from the Maelstrom, so he's still alright. And he gets the Bollywood Crew disguise. He's gonna play it extra safe here and bucks up the NPC that he just subdued. And he might be going for the Brick Lure right away. He doesn't necessarily need to retrieve the laundry worker disguise already. And at the other screen on the meantime, we do see zRune. Indeed went back to quickly leave his laundry worker disguise at the knocked out food vendor, the disguise that he's wearing right now. And he did knock out the Bollywood Crew here as well, takes his disguise. So zRune has quite a lead here in terms of setup, not just in-game time, because he does have the Barber Razor already. He does have both disguises, the laundry worker and the Bollywood Crew. He does have a brick as well, so he will be ready to initiate the Brick Lure here. And then we can see some kills in quick succession. If he manages to not get a GRB there on Vanya. She does make some awkward turns here and there, so we'll see how that goes for him. But yeah, both players in the same disguise at the moment. Looks like Frivolous plans on infiltrating the laundry area here as well. And that is interesting though, because he's still in the Bollywood Crew disguise. You ideally don't want to leave that there. Picks up some more bricks. He has plenty now. But yeah, that is an interesting choice. And we do see some Some preparation here from zRune, knocking out the guards. Whew, that was a bit of a risky throw. He does get away with it. Does knock both of them out. And yeah, he did initiate the brick lure. So we're gonna focus on zRune at the moment to see if he gets this these 3 knockouts and injected poison kill done. And if he does, it's looking very strong for him at the moment. Definitely a little more setup done by zRune here. But yeah, let's see if zRune can pull this off. He is gonna start with knocking out Rima, which is the most unpredictable one of the entourage of Anya. Gets the second knockout, gets the third knockout, but did Vanya hear that? Because that could make it tricky. She does not. Gets a clean prompt there. And an extremely long animation. Very patient from zRune there though. Does get the first kill done. Changes into the Queen's Bodyguard disguise as well, which he will need for the Maelstrom. So yeah, quite a decent lead here for zRune at the moment. 8 minutes in game time. He has not ripped so far, if I remember correctly. And at the other side we do have Frivolous also initiating the brick lure. We're gonna see the same from him here, knocking out Rima and the 2 guards, and then a poison kill on Vanya. But his disguises are a bit more out of the way. zRune's setup has been a bit better so far. And it looks like we're gonna see the snail strat here from zRune. So we will be throwing that iron here for the other food vendor. We'll lure him there, so you can get the taxi driver and the 3 guards of Dawood all knocked out. And then knock out Dawood as well. And he has his disguise pretty nearby as well, the laundry worker disguise. So this should be looking really good. He does get the quad knockout here. Gets the knockout and the wood as well. He left his laundry worker disguise right here. Has the barber razor on him. So we will see a quick second kill here from zRune. And there we go. And there he has his Queen's Bodyguard disguise as well. Just needs to get back to the Maelstrom and shoot him with the silenced SMG. And this is looking very clean. And we did see a rip from Frivolous. So this is looking very strong. And it was zRune's map pick as well. So that does make sense. There we go. That's the third kill. No crow enforcers whatsoever. Just a free journey towards the boat, and that's a very clean run there from zRune. No mistakes. Perfect setup. Just incredibly well done here. And that is zRune taking the first map. Let me pay out the predictions as well. So yeah, very well done here from zRune. Frivolous did have a couple of unfortunate rips. And in the end, yeah, he couldn't afford that against zRune's performance here. I will be setting up the next spin for these players. So give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Alright, new spin is set up, Jit. I will also set up the new prediction for Haven Island, which is frivolous map choice. So let's see if he can take a map win here on his own choice. Predictions should be up now as well. And yeah, Haven. It's a map that's feared by a lot of participants. Very notorious because of all the wall lags here. But you can work around it. And yeah, it is a frivolous map choice, which is interesting. He has played it once before in this tournament, which ended in a tie. And on the other hand, we do have zRune. Has quite some experience already on the map. Played it 5 times, won it 3 times, lost 2. So still a positive win rate for zRune there. Map record 7 minutes 17 seconds by Janini during the previous tournament, RR7, which will be it's all in real time, so that will be really tough to beat in the future. But who knows? With a very optimal spin, it's still a beatable time, but it's very impressive nonetheless. And yeah, guys, it is a first to 6 map, so this is quite a crucial map already for both players. It's gonna be either 4-0, or or it's gonna be all equal, 2-2, and that's a huge difference in terms of pressure for one of the players. But yeah, the predictions should be up, guys. So if you're interested in betting, feel free to do so. It's gonna be hard to tell what to expect from Frivolous here, as one of our dear rookies, of course. He has played it once before. That being said, it was his map choice, so that always shows a sign of confidence most of the time. So, but yeah, then again, zRune, his stats are pretty good for Haven Island as well, and he just came off a marvelous performance on Mumbai. It's gonna be really tough to call how these players will perform, and how willing Haven Island is in terms of cooperating and not screwing the players over. So, anything the people in chat would love to see on Haven Island? Any spins you would find interesting? Maybe some loud kills here and there. And it looks like I might be joined by the observer here, willing to co-cast. We'll see. Time for Ludmilla electrocution. I did post a video about that yesterday or so, if you're aiming at that, Pijero. Would be really cool to see though. But yeah, that can be an interesting one. Tyson falling object. That's an interesting one as well. You do have a couple of options for that. You got the plant pot, you got the lamp above the jacuzzi, you got the other lamp in the room adjacent to the cinema room, and you got a speaker, of course, down in the server lab. So yeah, there are quite some options here. But yeah, only a couple of seconds away, 10 seconds to be precise, until the start of map 2. Good luck to both players. Let's hope Haven won't be too trolly for either of them. And yeah, let's see what we have here. So we do have an electrocution kill, but it is for Tyson as the boat captain. Stephen Bradley, we got the scalpel kill dressed as the waiter. And Ludmilla Petrova, explosive weapon as lifeguard. So, not too bad, and you could argue for a couple of starting locations here with this spin. It's pretty free. And we see a very quick load in here from Frivolous. Decides to start at as Philistaff. And meanwhile, zRune is still tanking it over. I do see that Observer has joined the Shoutcaster channel, but I think he's still muted.
Should be able to hear me now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome in. You're just in time for the second map, Haven Island. We just started.
Yeah.
Zero
like a very nice
loaded
spin.
in. Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it's always fun to see these, especially electrocution, like you just said. It's always fun to see those.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, both players are starting as the villa staff. It's somewhat makes sense. It looks like they're gonna, or at least Frivolous is gonna use the room adjacent to the cinema room for the electrocution kill setup. Which is an interesting choice for sure.
Yeah, very nice from Frivolous. Yeah, that kill for Tyson is nice. You can do it remotely as well, so very smart to get Tyson done straight away.
Yeah, that is true. It is combined with boat captain disguise though, which can be a tricky disguise, depending on your loadout.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Frivolous actually used a snail for that Tyson ISO as well, so that's a slot down for him.
I've seen various people do that after Buff guy released a series for that. Who is the guy that started that whole thread? It does feel like a bit of a loadout slot waste to me personally, but
Yeah,
if
exactly,
if it works, you can't knock it, right?
Exactly, yeah. If it's safe, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
But yeah, it looks like a restart for zRune.
Yeah, he was getting some big whooshes there. I did see me try to sneak into that little security room to steal the explosive weapon there. It's a bit too tricky as a villa staff.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Frivolous with a nice solid lead here already. He's getting ready to, I'm assuming, Seeker Stephen Bradley here. He is in the bushes. Did he hit him there? Perfect shot. That was quite a tricky angle there from Frivolous.
Was very tough.
And yeah, he did hit it. So yeah, props to that.
And yeah, that's a pretty nice ISO then. Frivolous. Luckily, Stephen Bradley's a pretty simple kill. I don't think the disguise or the weapon is that hard to get, from my knowledge at least.
No, I mean he's very close by to the scalpel. It's just inside that little cabinet there at the lifeguard, which is also a disguise that they need, by the way. So that's also, yeah, everything is pretty close by here.
Yeah, very generous spin.
And Frivolous does decide to box him there while in the standing animation. Can be tricky. And yeah, he is aware, so Frivolous, our rookie, definitely has put some prec into this map, immediately knowing where the scalpel is. Can be a little bit obscure, and zRune is struggling at the moment. A lot of early rips.
Looked like he was trying to get one of those guards at the gates to come into the hedges, I think, to kind of grab his disguise, maybe.
Yeah, it did look like that. And I think him crouching and dragging through the grass caught the attention of the other one that came and look, and there was a body found. But yeah,
nice.
Very solid lead there. Yeah, go on.
Nice banana placement there for Frivolous. Maybe to get Ludmilla into the bathrooms.
Yeah, exactly. I still have the opinion that Haven Island is actually a really fun map for roulette. And I'm pretty sure, like, if the wall lag issues and the view cone sizes weren't such an issue, that a lot more players would feel the same way, because it is very dynamic, in my opinion.
I think it's just so daunting, those 3-target, 4-target maps. That's why a lot of players are so scared to like delve into it. But yeah, it is an amazing map. If those wall hacks were fixed or patched, then this would definitely be one of the best maps for roulette.
Yeah, there's interesting disguises as well. A lot of options for multiple kills as well.
Yeah,
A lot
there
of
really
options.
is.
That's always cool, and a lot of bananas on the map as well.
The comedy is absolutely all over the place.
Yeah, I mean it's. I feel that's an item that's sometimes slept on by some participants, but it's. I mean, a free sedative
It's
basically
amazing.
is just great. And looks like we are gonna see the action here for Frivolous for trying to get the boat captain disguise here.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Little coin trail here.
The banana would be such an interesting item if Agent 47 could also slip on it, like it was a proximity. Luckily, they don't have to deal with that. But yeah, this is really nice from Frivolous.
Yeah, he does need to be careful of those other two NPCs in that room there.
Well, I'm not sure if that boat captain will see that coin for some reason. There might
He
be some
does see-
room issues.
He does see
Oh, he
it.
does.
No, the NPCs in that room don't see it, so that's a very cheeky grab there, and immediately detonates the taser there, and that's Tyson down already, which is
Wow, yeah, that's very impressive from Frivolous. That boat captain grab is, yeah, that's textbook. It's very nice.
it is very nice, and look at all this work he's done already as well. He has Bradley down, he has Ludmilla down here, just places a breacher here. He already boxed up the lifeguard as well.
Wow, yeah.
So yeah, he basically just needs to get away to this guys here, which can be a bit tricky because this room is scary with the potential of wall legs here. But yeah, this is looking very great so far. Also, no rips just of yet, so I can
Yeah.
see now why he picked this map.
Yeah, a lot of practice gone in. For a rookie, this is extremely impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking earlier before the spin went live and we were looking at the lifetime performances. Frivolous had played it once, this tourney, and he had a draw on the map, so no win
Oh,
after 47 minutes. So I was already thinking like, why
Yeah.
did he pick this map? But well, I got my answer here because this is flawless so far.
yeah, it
Amazing
really
to
is.
see.
I think that 47 minutes on Haven really gave him a kick to learn all of these grabs, because it is a very tough map to finish if you're spending almost an hour on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it must have motivated him, and it's always great to see. And look at that. It's gonna be the second kill, and the third kill following very soon. And he does restart because he's still red guns.
Oh,
No, because he opened that door, and the lady saw that knocked out Villa guard there, right next to Steven.
that's very unfortunate.
Oh, one tiny little mistake there from Frivolous, and that puts him back by a lot. We see zRune using the emetic mine in the briefcase on Ludmilla, but Observer, he was flying. He was just
Yeah,
flying in Frivolous,
that's
and just
really
one
unfortunate.
one tiny moment of not paying attention, not closing the door behind him, and that completely set him back. He was flawless up until that point.
Yeah, you see things like that with rookies a lot. They can learn everything perfectly, and Frivolous was doing it perfectly, but it's always those in between moments, tiny mistakes, and then just one person seeing a body or seeing you trespassing, and everything falls apart. So it's just one of those things you gotta keep an eye out for. It was really unlucky for Frivolous, and I'm sure he'll first try the second attempt. He's gonna box those bodies for sure.
Yeah, or even just drag them just a little bit around the corner.
Yeah,
And that is the first kill here for zRune. He did use the loud explosive from the villa, but double doors, so it is soundproof, no panic anywhere. And
Yeah,
he
very
did
nice.
set up Tyson as well. So yeah, this completely turned around here. Just
Yeah,
one
really good
tiny little
chance.
detail.
I think zRune is going for this waiter disguise now.
It looks like he's being very patient here. Because he is trespassing here, so that's some nice awareness. He does need to hurry up a tiny bit before that resort staff comes back into the room. Should have enough time for that though. Yeah, just got the weighted disguise. And he does have the scalpel as well already, I want to say. I believe so.
Yeah, I think he grabbed it when he was going through the room. I hope not too much of a detour anyway.
I mean,
If he does forget.
he's literally just passing it anyway
Yeah,
to get to Steven. So, but yeah, assuming he did the Ludmilla kill, right? And it's right behind there. So,
true. Yeah.
so then it's
Look-
just a matter of him getting the boat captain. Let's see how
Exactly,
he
yeah.
approaches it.
Looks like Frivolous has Tyson isolated in the mansion anyway, and just has to do this seeker shot again onto Stephen Bradley. Hopefully, gets his first try again.
Bradley taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, Frivolous's threat was flawless. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to change anything. He just needs to be just more aware about that one body. Oh, but he had the same tricky angle as we saw in his previous run, but he did miss it this time around.
Yeah, I think he just barely hit a tree last second with that shot. And he was
Yeah.
hesitating because that guard was perfectly body blocking him.
Yeah, and we do see, from the looks of it, a similar strat here, a coin trail for the boat captain. And now the question is, does he also have a banana? He should, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so.
And will he get away with this? That does look like a clean grab here. And he just needs to activate the taser to kill Tyson and wow.
Yeah. Very unfortunate for Frivolous, but yeah, zRune, honestly, with their time as well, 8 minutes. That's an amazing time.
It
For
is
a
an
Haven
amazing
spin.
time.
I think the Reki's only like 750.
Yeah, now both of these players did great, and you can see like with where we're at now in the tournament, right? One little mistake, one rip, and it's just over. We are getting to that level, to that point. You just
I'm a bit
can't afford it anymore.
I'm curious if zRune has to kill Celp remotely, because they have the disguise.
No,
They
he
must have
didn't.
to go in.
He's gonna go for the, in my opinion, better one. He's gonna fix the jacuzzi
Oh, very
and drop
nice.
a taser there. And he can just freely do that in the Villa Guard disguise, as long as he has a screwdriver. And
Yeah,
then
that's
just go back really, and chase into the disguise. And Tyson will take a while. Look, it is not an illegal action to fix the jacuzzi. He's gonna drop
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, zRune making sure that taser's definitely in the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
No harm though, of course.
And the beautiful thing about that one is that it's not timing dependent. You don't have to isolate Tyson straight away. You can just fix the jacuzzi and he will head there straight away. And it's all safe to do in the Villa Guard disguise. And now he's just chilling while running to the exit. He can already detonate it pretty much. It's gonna take a
Wow.
minute or so.
Yeah, that's very nice from zRune. Definitely the better option of the two from what we saw for electrocution for Tyson. It's very safe.
Yeah, because you just need to knock out one of the gate guards, but that's it pretty much compared to multiple knockouts for the cinema room. But yeah, like I said, Observer, like loser bracket round 5, we're just getting we're getting to the end. Only 6 matchups remaining, as you can see. One rip,
Yeah.
and it completely turns around, and it's just over.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like with most of the tournaments, so many of these players deserve to still be in the upper bracket. They just could have had a bad day or a tough matchup. But these players are still amazing regardless of what around and which bracket they're in. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, just one mistake and it costs you in a loser's bracket, which is just crazy.
That is really crazy. But yeah, really, really unlucky there. Unfortunate for Frivolous. But that is zRune taking the map win here and taking a 4-0 lead, which is huge, really.
Yeah, very nice. And that was Frivolous's pick as well, so that's going to be a bit. He's probably a bit down about that. I know it's never nice to lose your own map pick, but we still got some RNG maps.
Yeah, full pressure onto him. And we will be going to Bangkok next. I'll be setting up the spin. I'll be right back.
No worries. But yeah, amazing display from Frivolous for a roulette rookie. The amount of knowledge going into that Haven spin is honestly amazing. You love to see it. And like we said, that 47 minutes he probably spent during his one match on Haven definitely gave an incentive for him to learn all of those disguise grabs and ISOs. The only major difference between zRune and Frivolous there was since Frivolous was going for that snail strat onto Tyson, he maybe could have brought like an emetic device, which could have been saving him from resetting every time he missed that shot onto Steven, so it would have been nice to have a backup. But yeah, nonetheless, amazing from both players. We can see as well from the statistics that nobody has played this map aside from zRune, who's played it once and actually lost. So, not much to tell, as we don't know who zRune was actually playing against, but
Yeah, very little stats to go on for this. So yeah, anybody's game really, which is kind of exciting, right?
yeah, it's always exciting to see because you literally don't know how much work has gone into this map from both players. So they could really amaze you when they come in with some crazy new idea or some cool isolation that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and yeah, for the first time at this tournament, the RNG maps are known beforehand for the players, so they can do more specific prep. So I'm assuming both of the players did put some prep into the third map or the fourth map as well, or no, the
Yeah,
third
definitely.
map. Sorry. So yeah, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, Bangkok's one of those. It's a very unique map. There's not many maps that feel like it. It feels very claustrophobic, if that makes sense, with the cameras and enforcers around every corner. So it's always fun to see.
Yeah, Bangkok is a very harsh map in the sense of it can be so punishing. Just one tiny mistake and it's just pretty much over.
Yeah, and
It's a brutal map.
I was just checking what match that was for zRune that he lost against. It was actually Yanini who holds the record for this map. So, like
I
we
mean,
said,
then that's neglectable, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
losing to Yanini on a map that doesn't mean anything. That's like
Exactly, yeah.
losing to Dakar or any of the other previous winners. You know, like sure you lost, but that doesn't mean anything. You know, most
Yeah.
people would have lost. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm not as familiar with Bangkok, but is there any difficult spins that you know of, Fro, that you always like to see, or any cool kill conditions?
There can definitely be some tricky ones, like live or loud kills on Jordan in an annoying disguise.
Yeah.
One of the trickiest for Ken might be the fall kill, because you
Yeah.
don't have that many options to do it. You can either risk doing it outside, like near the garden shed when he's having that call there, but there's a lot of eyes around, and you'd have to do a lot of setup. Or you could go for the easy way with an hotel staff lure, just lure him to your own 247 suite and dumping off there, which is far safer, but also takes like 5 times as long. So that's always interesting.
Yeah, that would be very nice to see. But yeah, loud kill on Jordan, that's one I don't see too often, especially in a tough disguise, like he said. It'd be very nice to see that.
Yeah, exactly. But besides the spin itself, like Bangkok with the cameras and really annoying enforcers at some points, like enforcers that you don't really expect to be there, and it's just a brutal map. And getting caught
Yeah.
on those cameras can set you back for minutes, if not even just simply ruining your chances if you don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even Suit getting up to Jordan would be, it's kind of the textbook one, but it's always fun to see players try get up there. A loud kill in Suit on Jordan would be quite the nice one to see.
Yeah,
But who
definitely.
knows? Yeah,
But
will
yeah,
Frivolous is practice on Haven. I kind of, not that he has to, but I'm kind of expecting him to have a good bit of practice. He's kind of set a good bar for himself on his knowledge.
yeah, I definitely agree with you. I'm expecting the same. But yeah, the pressure is on Frivolous here. He needs to win this map, or else it's over, and we'll see a 6-0 sweep. And zRune must be chilling right now. Like
Yeah,
being 4-0 up is just so nice. Like knowing that you can lose this map and you're still in the lead, right? He basically has 3 shots now to get the match win. 3 maps.
yeah, exactly. It's very nice for your mentality when you're up by 4 points, and it's very difficult for Frivolous. It's very difficult to motivate yourself to win 3 games in a row.
Yeah, but we
It's
have
always
seen it before. We have seen multiple
yeah,
people come back from being behind. Observer, will you do the honors for this spin?
of course. All right, so we have Jordan Cross, Cleaver, Hotel Staff, and Ken Morgan consumed poison as the exterminator. So yeah, pretty nice one. Nice Ken kill.
Yeah, I mean, this also requires some map knowledge of the players. Like
Yeah,
first of all, knowing which plate they have to have the poison. If they're gonna go for a first cycle, and even more so if they're gonna do it later on, because then it will change up.
yeah, definitely. And if they don't know that timing for Ken, it's gonna be tough. You gotta just sit around waiting. But if you know the timing, you can go off and do whatever stuff you need to do.
Yeah. You should have enough time to obtain the exterminator disguise, however. And we see a suit start here from Frivolous in the suite. That's an interesting choice here. It looks like he's gonna rush Jordan here.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna get the ISO down, get the disguise as fast as possible, maybe as well.
Yeah, that's interesting choice though. And we do see zRune starting in the kitchen, so he's gonna set up the poison kill straight away, but not before stealing the cake topper to bring Jordan down.
Yeah, and of course he has that cleaver down as well, so he doesn't have to come back for that, which Frivolous has to.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, nice observation there, observer. Because the cleaver is there and the poison setup is there. Like a kitchen start does make a lot of sense here.
Yeah, that's one thing you see a lot with rookies as well, me included, of course. I'm not speaking from a from a pedestal or anything, but you do kind of go to those standard routes. This is how I ISO this person. I'm going to do that. You don't think, okay, Chef has cleaver and a poison. I'll go there first. You just think, I'll do what I know. I won't try to improvise. And that kind of confidence just comes from doing lots of spins over time.
Yeah, and you can't blame him either, and it still works if you do it first try.
Exactly. No
But
planning time required.
exactly, but we did see, I believe zRune did not miss his Calmer shot there, but the NPC just ate it.
Oh,
And so he does. That is a waste of one Calmer shot, so he can't leave those bodies out. So he opts to run outside and get this exterminator instead because he is on a timer with the poison for Ken. And he is too late. Nope, that's too late.
oh, very unfortunate for zRune.
Down. Now on to
Mm-hmm.
So
Does he
yeah,
realize it on his own? Yeah, he does. Because else I was gonna send him a message on through hit maps. But yeah, that was clearly too late.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I think it was around 112. It looks like then is the first cycle for Ken.
Yeah, like
Pretty fast.
that's more than enough time for zRune to get it. He just had a little detour because the one hotel staff like just ate his first dart and then he only had one dart left. So yeah.
And yeah, we see Frivolous. Looks like he's going for the second cycle then. Being a bit more generous with timing. It might work out for him since he went for that suit start because he knew he wasn't going to make first cycle.
Yeah, and oh no, he runs into a trespassing area and there's an NPC right there. Couldn't dodge him anymore, so that's a restart.
Yeah, just a little bit unlucky there for Frivolous.
Yeah.
Hopefully zRune gets no Tranks eaten this time. If so, he'll definitely make this first cycle.
Yeah, he might not even go for it again, or at least go from it from the other angle here. No, it looks like he's just gonna opt for the exterminator outside straight away.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like at the other end, you could argue, right? The other one is accompanied by an hotel staff, which is a disguise that he needs as well. But there's hotel staff guys all around the map. Oh, and he had a full whoosh there, but did not get spotted. That looked so tricky, but
Wow.
still green guns, and he does get the kill.
Target down. Now on to
Manages to change back into wow. That looked sketchy there.
Yeah, that was strange. He did get... Was the searching actually above his map gotten from that whoosh he just had? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was due to the poison kill, but yeah, that looked
No,
very
that is
weird.
to the poison kill, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Or just a calmed body there as well. Either way, he did get away with it, and whew, that looked sketchy. Oh, and he misses the camera twice. Can't shoot the
Ooh.
third time.
Bit of a panic, but looks like he's just running out of there.
And we now have Frivolous just poisoning in this. There.
Ooh, big whoosh from zRune. Oh, and he does actually get ripped.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a setback here for zRune. Looks like he's gonna change his plans here as well. And Frivolous is patient now. He's gonna wait for that one NPC to pass for free access here.
Yeah, very nice from Frivolous, keeping that information from the previous restart.
Yeah. And now it looks like he is gonna go for these calmer shots here. Does hit both of them.
Yeah, you gotta love that when both disguises for the spinner right next to each other in an isolated spot.
Yeah. Now
I'm
the
sure
interesting
Unini-
thing is he picks the hotel staff here, but he is somewhat on a timer. I don't think he can make it all the way up to Jordan and back and change into the exterminator before Ken dies.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
He does have the cleaver now, however, and there's another info. Whew.
Wow, very close for Frivolous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have zRune, has the exterminator down. He did start over by the back of the place, so he does have a bit of time until the poison. I don't think he's actually placed the poison yet. So
No, he has not. And look who's arriving just here.
ooh,
It's Ken. Not entirely sure why zRune decided to change it around because his
Yeah.
skill was working.
and that kitchen staff was perfect.
Yeah. And Frivolous here is being very, very patient.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't know the timing, you just gotta wait. It looks like Ken is actually around the plate, so hopefully any second.
Yeah. Now I do hope, because it was the second cycle for Frivolous for Ken, that he did poison the correct plate, because they do change depending on the cycle.
And no, it doesn't look like he did, because unless he's still walking towards the plate, but it looks like he's kind of walking away from it. And yeah, if he didn't know the timing for
No,
the kill...
he's just arriving there now to the kitchen
Okay.
for frivolous. And I do believe he did get the right one, because for the second cycle is the one to the right of the original one, right?
I think so, yeah. I think it's exactly
No,
one to the right.
he did
Oh,
not
and he
eat from
didn't
it.
get it. And yeah, that's going to be very confusing for Frivolous if he doesn't know that information.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be honest that I'm not entirely sure either. That's why I would always prioritize first cycle can for consume poison, because I know which one that is.
And yeah, it looks like zRune does have that information because we did see him poisoning the one to the right for the second cycle, so he should be good for this second cycle of the poison.
Yeah, let's hope he's correct. I can even say if that is the case again. I only know
Yeah.
the one for the first cycle, so. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see if he does get the correct one, and if not, it's another restart for zRune as well. The similar restart to Frivolous just had.
We do see Frivolous poisoning the correct plate for the first cycle this time, and hopefully he can get in and get that exterminator quickly. And then that's one of the painful kills out of the way.
Yeah, he should have enough time here.
Yeah, I think we saw before it's around 112, I think, is the timing for it. Oh, and the guard does spot those bodies dropping, so that hotel staff isn't really going to be...
Yeah, it was still the cameras were still up. He shot the cameras after he tranked the bodies. So the camera spotted him and communicated that to that guard there. But he does get the kill done. Ooh, and he gets spotted dragging the security through there. That's very risky,
Ooh.
that open spot.
Yeah, not shooting that camera really came back to haunt him there.
Yeah, but also dragging that body like towards that direction. One moment, observer. Give me 20 seconds. I hear a doorbell.
No worries. And we see Frivolous here, looking a bit confused at which way he's going. zRune looks like he's waiting for Jordan Cross to come on down. We also see zRune just looking over to Ken Morgan over and over, waiting for that kill to kick in. zRune is opting for the Coin Lord down into the kind of basement area. Does get the first lock on. And yeah, this is looking pretty nice right now for zRune. That's the kill onto Ken Morgan.
Now on to Jordan Cross.
And yeah, just like that, it's very close already. Since he nearly has Jordan, this could speed along very quickly.
Yeah, nice lure there from zRune. It's gonna take him all the way down.
And yeah, this could be over very quickly, since he has that disguise right next to him, and I think zRune was opting to grab the cleaver whenever he had a chance.
I don't see the cleaver in his inventory.
Yeah, he doesn't actually. Maybe because he opted for that different start. But of
Yeah.
course, it's not too difficult to get.
Exactly, and he can't just leave Jordan there. So he just has to do a little fetch mission here. Now the cleaver is illegal to hold for the hotel staff, so he does need to be a little bit careful here when picking
Yeah.
it up. No issues, however.
Yeah, the confidence there. He knew that that was a free grab. Even though there was a few enforcers for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm curious what exit we'll see here from zRune. Maybe doesn't look like he has a wrench, so maybe no tuk-tuk.
I mean, from that basement exit is fine as well, from that point.
Yeah. And yeah, looking pretty good for zRune. Not looking great for Frivolous in terms of a finish anytime soon, unfortunately.
Target's down. Now head towards an exit.
No, also some unlucky moments for Frivolous here, like poisoning the wrong plate on the second cycle, getting some unfortunate body founds. So
Yeah, just a little bit unlucky from Frivolous.
yeah,
Like we said, not many people know that second plate changes on the cycle. It's a very niche thing, to be fair.
yeah,
But yeah.
exactly. And also that Haven as well. That was super unlucky.
Yeah, Frivolous was so close to grabbing those 2 points. Would have been 4-2 right now if it hadn't been for that, I think. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, amazing display from both of them. zRune, absolutely clean sweep, which you love to see.
True, but again, that doesn't really tell the whole story, right? I mean, he was flawless in Mumbai, for sure, but I felt like Haven was in Frivolous's hands there. It was just one lucky door opening there.
Yeah, just very unfortunate for Frivolous. Those tiny mistakes did cost him, but I'm sure he'll correct them in future runs.
I mean,
That's what practice does.
He had an amazing run. Like, he got to round 5 of the loser bracket, which is very, very impressive, really.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, speaking of brackets, let's see what that does. So yeah, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Frivolous in this tournament. Really hope to see him back for future editions, because it was very, very impressive. I mean, look at how far he came and how many people he managed to defeat there. So big GGs to him. And zRune, just like a previous tournament, is having an amazing run. Thus proceed to loser bracket round 6, where he will face the winner of Pijero against Miculus, which is also a great game, really.
Yeah, 2 very good players again.
Yeah, so congrats to him.